Live and local soccer. Proudly sponsored by Home Appliance Center. Hometown Restyling. I'm on Communications. And Walton Collision Center. This is a presentation of KCRG TV9 Sports. It's live and local soccer, only on KCRG 9.2.
Welcome in, everybody, and thanks so much for joining us here. It's shortly after 7 o'clock, pushing 7:15 now. We joined you at the top of the hour. We were just finishing up the JV game. I believe that was an Iowa City West 2-0 win earlier tonight. And now we've got Iowa City West versus the Kennedy Cougars here at Clark Field in Coe College. Beautiful night, Jen, for some soccer. You said this, way back when the soccer season goes like that. Like, it's just a short season.
It sure is. It sure is. It's one of those that it felt like we were freezing not that long ago, and now we're in the 80s, and a good night, and our cap of the season for us here at the 9.2.
Yeah, definitely. And when you were talking about some of the weather woes we've had to go with, there was an explosion of bugs this week. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've definitely noticed it myself too. So these teams, though, you were looking up some great stats, Jen. They come in really quite evenly matched, actually, when you look at how they've played this year.
Yeah, they sure do. Excited to see this matchup. We've got number 13, Iowa City West, coming up the 380 corridor area and playing Kennedy here, which is ranked number 11 in the state. So both teams have a lot of quality games, a lot of quality players. Excited to share some of those stats with you guys here a little bit later in regards to it. But Trojans coming in with a pretty decent battle here for the last 2 weeks here. Everything from a Xavier tie, which is number 10 in the 2A, or excuse me, number 10 in 2A, and played Johnston. They lost. They're number 10 in the state. Their next game was against Linmar, number 7 in the state, with another loss. Played Dubuque Senior here, and then coming in tonight here playing number 11 here for Kennedy. So Iowa City West has had some great challenges, and I think this is going to be, again, another one of those games that these girls are just right on the brink of all of those games, and just one, a point different here or there that really brings them in. So going into this, I know I've talked about it before in the season. I love that they've challenged themselves. This is exactly what they need to do, being ready for the postseason, which will happen here in a few games for these guys.
Several weeks ago, we had Iowa City City High and Iowa City West here on 9.2. The boys we did not get televised because we had some weather in the area. One of the big things in that game, though, Jen, was the stinginess of the West's defense. What, in your opinion, is going to be Kennedy's trick tonight to try and get through that defense, because they didn't let a thing through at that game? Kennedy's going to have probably a heck of a time getting through this D. What's one of the best things they can do tonight to try and get through that?
I would say Kennedy is a very well-rounded team. When we look at the stats here tonight, Kennedy has continued to show versatility. You shut one player down, that means another one's going to be involved too. So I'm excited to see what comes of it. If they can break that, if they can work that and gain that strength within regards to the pressure and working through that midfield area, Kennedy definitely can make that happen.
All right, sounds like a plan. Well, we're just a few minutes away from kickoff. Tonight's featured sponsor is Home Appliance Center. You're watching high school soccer live on KCRG 9.2.
All right, again, good evening. Coming here from Coe College. This is the home of the Kennedy Cougars soccer season, and is a great facility nonetheless, and to be able down here tonight, as well as enjoying this awesome weather. It's almost a little toasty up here.
Yeah, it is. There's one window open of 3. We can't really finagle the other 2 open, so it is warm in here. But that's okay. That's all right. It's more comfortable on the field. One thing we talked about pregame that is not going to be a factor tonight, though, You know, if they were to play this soccer game at 1 in the afternoon on this turf when we had fully sunny sky, that turf gets hot. I mean, if you've got a soccer player in the family, or maybe you do some club sports, that turf gets hot in the mid-afternoon. So things have cooled down beautifully tonight. We're down to the 70s right now, so it's about as good as you can ask for. The wind isn't too bad here tonight either, so it's about as good as we could do for our finale here on 9.2.
Yes, it is. Getting ready here, as you can kind of hear the noise in the background, they are getting ready to do some introductions here for Iowa City West. We'll get those lineups here, and Iowa City West is happening here first. All right, there you go on the lineup. You got Iowa City West coming in here with the starters. Excited to see these ladies take the field, as we've seen them before here on the Iowa City West. A lot of great players. Key players that you're going to want to watch for is Anna Goska, excuse me. She is a senior for West. And then we've got Alex Held as well, another senior. That's a point to watch through this. These ladies have continued to bring some pretty phenomenal stats when it comes down to it. The girls themselves, Sofia Fuentes is actually ranked number 4 in the state for 3A with assist. And then we've got Anna Goska and Alex Held both sitting for Goska is actually number 5 in the state for goals for 3A. And then for 3A, Alex Held is number 2 in the state for assists. So again, a very well-rounded group there. That is your lineup with West. We've got Kennedy here.
Yep, absolutely here. Starting off here, they're getting everybody in here, but you can see that we've got 2 family members here. The Hospodarskis are both in. Morgan is the senior. Riley is the sophomore. We've also got Larson in the mix, Eva Larson, a junior. Also, Mueller. Mueller, I need to look and see what year she is.
Mueller is a sophomore.
Yeah, right. That's what I was thinking. I just didn't get it confirmed on my sheet. And then we've got Olivia Bedeker as well, as part of the Bodeker as part of the starting lineups here tonight.
And again, those players that you're going to want to watch with these guys, the Hospodarski ladies will be a factor in regards to Kennedy's numbers here. And as we get ready here for the national anthem. A little more facts in regards to Cedar Rapids Kennedy. Morgan Hospodarski has 8 goals on the season here, and she's that senior leading their team and doing a great job of that. And again, one of those factor players that you're going to see there. Avery Smith, a sophomore, assist leading with the team here with 9 assists, 3 of those goals. Again, some young talent that's going to be involved here with Kennedy tonight as well, and just well-rounded players that have probably played a few games besides just the high school season together when it comes down to it. Saves here for the Kennedys. For Kennedy, we're gonna have our keeper, which should be Ava Habab. And again, one of those players that's done a great job of keeping a lot of goals out from the net, and the area where they've continued to grow has been, you know, keeping that back line and doing a great job of keeping those saves and making some impact within their players.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting to see. As you mentioned, state and playoffs not too far away. That's where you're looking at next now. So big, strong finishes. It's very common that you see teams play, you know, much more gelled, better communication 4 weeks in as opposed to the first week. So this should be a really fun game, and it should be pretty tight tonight too, hopefully.
Yeah, and looking right here off the bat, you're just going to see Kennedy play 4 backs, continuing to be that strong defensive point with it too. So should be interesting to see. We got a little breakaway right here. Good battle.
Tight defense by West shut that down right away. That was one thing that we're kind of looking at to see if that was going to be a big factor in this game or not. Throw in for West coming. That'll be Jessie Blunt throwing this in, most likely, unless she hands it off, and she does. Mosine will be throwing in.
Yes, Iowa City West in the white kits here. Kennedy in the black. Good run here, trying to find that outside play, continuing to move that ball, finding those avenues here. Everyone getting settled in here. Lozina with the throw.
Nice reset there by West to go back just a little bit, get that offense set, and now pass it out wide. We saw them do that last game too.
They do a great job of keeping those possessions and moving that through. Lenz passing it off here to Mead. Mead is one of those key players there in the defense that we've seen from West. Bodecow with that throw in.
You hear all the talking going on down there.
Good tin here by Goska. We'll get that one right here tonight. Good run here.
Ooh. Hard collision there.
Collision there. Again, a challenge here.
I think we got both players hurt. The one on the attack, she's limping right now, and the keeper is still down.
That was Morgan Hospodarski on that one from Kennedy. And we've got Eastfold from West down as the keeper. One of those plays too that, again, ball's not contained by anyone. It's a live ball, it's a free ball. Just unfortunate sometimes when those things happen with it. Both players being aggressive and staying after it too. Some of the stats that we've in history here for the matchup here between Iowa City West and Kennedy. Over the last 15 years, we've seen this matchup happen, and year after year, it's always a battle, and one of those things that's fun to keep that excitement with everything too. Iowa City West has actually led the series here 10-7 over the last 15 years, with Iowa City West having the last 2 years in 25 and then 24 with it. And again, both very close games that we've seen here too. So
pretty even match.
It is.
Overall. And I mean, you look at the records, 8-3-1, 8-1-1. Statistically, it's pretty much the same.
There you go. Kennedy's lineups here for the season here, they've had some good ones here too. Again, with their season itself being 8-1-1. Not as many games as what we've seen Iowa City West be able to get in as well with it. But Kennedy has had their last 2 games here that they have played have been Dubuque Senior and then Western Dubuque. And Dubuque Senior was a 10-0 win, and Western Dubuque so a 6-0 win. So really was able to rack up some points here for them. Muscatine just prior to that with a 3-0 win. So a lot of goals scored in the last couple of weeks here for Kennedy, and one of those things that you're going to continue to play off of that and have that mentality of scoring and continue to go.
Well, our keeper is sitting up now, which is good from what we were a few moments ago.
We got word that might have had a knee to the head here. So again, they're going to take their precaution, and with an injury like this, it being a head injury, it's going to be one of those where she is going to have to.
Yeah, she'll be off the field, most likely. They'll run tests on the sideline and they'll figure it out. I mean, that's one thing about, youth sports when you get into this kind of stuff. They're real staunch about that. There's rules all about that kind of stuff. And, when you certify to be a coach or a referee, it's one of the required questions is, how do you handle an athlete with a head injury? And 9 times out of 10, the correct answer is just you err on the side of caution and sit them down. If that is indeed what this is.
Yeah.
We don't really know from our seat.
Stats here for Iowa City West here. We've looked at, we've talked about Alex Held. She is sitting with the 10 goals here on the season, but Anna Goska is sitting with 18 on the season so far. So that is why you're seeing quite a few recognition points for her and continuing to lead the state in many of those facets.
Yep.
Again, still waiting here, trying to check in with keeper. That is a trainer that's there with them. And we've got coach there as well. One of those things, keepers do have a little bit more leniency when I recall those rules when it comes to the head injury and everything else, that they would not have to leave. If it was a field player, that would be a requirement. But I do believe the keeper does have a few more allowances when it comes to those injuries. They will substitute her out in that role.
Yep, so somebody's going to come in. Let's see who's going to come in here.
Looks like number 4 now. Haroon.
Yeah, that's Wad Haroon coming in.
If that is her jersey number, that's always the next thing with it.
That's true.
And we are officially back in order here tonight. Kennedy throw in here by Mueller. Smith there with that.
Corner kick on the way here.
Good movement there by Smith, and quick adjustments nonetheless too. Corner kick here by Kennedy. First one of the night. Deflection there. Looks like we should be in another corner here on the opposite side.
Yep.
Yes.
It was a nice kick in for sure.
Smith taking another kick here.
Everybody's going to be in that box.
Yep, I was just going to say, everybody pretty compact.
Yeah.
You see Kennedy doing more of a zone type of defense here. Quick in, quick out.
Goal kick coming here for Iowa City West. Nice shot on the goal. You might as well try and play it once that way and see how it goes. If you got two corners back to back like that, and see what the defense gives you.
Knowing West has their top keeper out here tonight. Again, one of those things too where that West defense that they've been so well known for, one of those, probably some adjustments nonetheless.
Yep. At this point, yeah, I would say that there will be some.
You know, and one thing too that as you can see at home, you see these girls kind of covering their eyes. The sun on this field is a tough one. Always remember officiating and looking into the sun. It was pretty brutal there for a little while, and sun's staying up a little bit longer. Good battle here. Oh, are gonna call it. West with this one. Martinez with that kick here. We got Blunt going down, chasing that ball. West throwing. Goska there with the ball.
Kennedy throw in coming here. Let's also not forget too that, you know, for Iowa City West, Wad Harone is a freshman as well, so she's being put into the goalkeeper position. That probably wasn't on her to-do list tonight, but she stepped up to the plate, and you've got a freshman goalkeeper now, at least for now, in this game for Iowa City West.
Monza there trying to get that switch on the field. Hennick there trying to battle. Hospodarski right there trying to move through.
West just trying to get that thing cleared at this point.
Yeah,
get that out of there.
Coming out. Battle in there on that far side. Yep. Kennedy with the free kick. Riley Hospodarski there.
There it is.
Riley Hospodarski with that one, sophomore. Keeper came out pretty far, a little dangerous in regards to that.
Yep, just tried to make a play on the shot. Had a look at the ball, obviously, but went right around her, and the rest is history. It's a good goal here for Kennedy.
Yeah.
Here's the replay.
Again, just having possession, keeping that, and just, she knew keeper was out and just placing that. I mean, it wasn't a very fast ball.
No.
That backside defense being aware there for West, making sure that they're covering that. Should have been an option that as they shifted.
Just got in there by a foot.
West not wasting any time though. Continue to go back after it and keep on battling. Hospodarski with the ball. Mueller with that, trying to clear out. Smith working that ball through. Hospodarski doing that delivery. Keeper coming out again. Hospodarski there.
There it is, goal kick coming. I've noticed Kennedy's done that now a number of times on their attack where they are lined up perfect with that second to last defender and they play that ball from a long ways away and then it's just a sprint.
Yeah.
And that is a completely legal tactic. I've seen the West High boys do that a lot.
Well, and we've got to be careful now, West being down 1-0, being aware of who their runners are.
Yep.
The Hospodarskis want to run, and allowing that distance to be able to make those plays. That's one of those things you've got to be aware of.
Well, and I think to your point, they are going full bore attack right now, and they know that the goalkeeper is kind of vulnerable at the moment, so they're going after it.
Yep.
Best they can.
Blunt with throw there. Goska there trying to make something happen. Kennedy quickly retreating, getting that ball, spreading that field. West has got to have a little patience here.
Need somebody in the middle. Nobody home. I believe this will be a corner kick coming here.
West's first corner kick of the night.
She was out there in position. There was just nobody there around that 5-yard line to pass to in that case.
Held there with a quick corner kick.
Very quick corner kick.
Deflection there. So trying to make that throw in there. Battle there on that far side. West throw in.
That's Parker Lenz with the throw in here.
Great turn there by Anik. Back at Lenz's feet. Kennedy quickly trying to find that. And again, being careful with those balls all the way through.
Yep. Here they go.
Trying to find that connecting and the pressure there. That's one thing that they love all day long. Hospodarski with the shot there on goal. Good save.
Good stop there by Heron.
Good clear.
Nice kick in. Use that wind at your advantage a little bit while we have it.
Smith trying to make something happen. Definitely playing a lot through Smith. Perfectly timed, beautiful ball there by Hospodarski. Finding that opposite side of the goal.
It's our second one tonight. Is that right?
Nope, this is sister.
Oh, okay.
We got
okay.
Morgan.
So the second family goal.
Yes.
Got it. All right.
She's
I've already mixed it up. All right. All righty.
No, a good play in here from the outside, about 30 yard of the football field, clearing that ball on that backside, and just a quick little fumble here. And here's that replay. Ball coming from that far side, and that battle, some touches there, right to the back of the net. Again, good heads-up play and being aware in the defense is what West is going to need to make sure that they're doing tonight. Still plenty of game left.
Yep.
Good little chip ball right there, played by the defense. Great heads-up play there by Iowa City West, or Kennedy on that defensive side.
That was a terrific play by the goalkeeper there. I would argue if she didn't come out, that's probably a goal because she's 2-on-1. That's really tough to stop. That play that she made right there absolutely saved that goal.
And it's one of those plays, too, that started with just that chip over top and just having that awareness because we know that Kennedy is playing so flat back nonetheless, too, just like what we were seeing on,
Exactly.
on West side. Good challenge there. Good shot there by Hospodarski, sitting about the 25 on the football field line, and just a little loft there.
Looks like Heron is coming out.
Eastfold back in her spot.
Must be all right. That's certainly some good news. That was a heck of a hit she took.
Kennedy working that ball, having that patience. Again, there's this through ball right through there. Got a foul there. Got Martinez taking that kick. Kennedy just on all these 50-50 balls coming through and just going in with power.
You talk about momentum. Right now, it's all on Kennedy's side. If West breaks through and can get a goal here in the next 5 to 10 minutes, you'll see everything shift right back around again. As you've mentioned, lots of game left.
Kennedy with the free kick here. Mueller with this one. Anticipate, I would assume, probably putting it on goal.
Oh, yeah. From this distance, absolutely. She's going to try and rainbow this thing right behind the keeper.
Watch movement at the line there.
Here it comes.
Going to be a West ball here. Substitution here for Iowa City West. Number 11, Hodge coming in.
Mosina's coming out.
Another throw here for Iowa City West.
Nice battle down there in the far corner.
West really coming in up on the defense. I think that the confidence also shows there.
Yep. A lot of
Number
bodies
11.
down there.
Great spot there. Way to come out. Hodge using the head. Looks like she might have got a little contact with the keeper.
Comes another West tie throw coming in here. Jesse Blunt with the throw in. Soon to be throw in.
Chasing the ball again. Goska trying to find some turns there.
It'll be a Kennedy throw in coming.
Substitution here for Kennedy. We got number 20. Markert. Given a much needed rest for Morgan Hospodarski. Kennedy having that pace and looking for that through ball right through here. Throw here for Kennedy. Mueller with the throw. Again, finding this connectivity here, down here in this attacking third for Kennedy is key. West keeping that ball in.
Yeah, still in. I thought we might see one go out right there, but kept it in.
Good movement by Fuentes. West just looking to find something, come and click. Goska trying to work with Lenz there on that outside. Smith there with the ball for Kennedy. Kennedy's very patient with their touches.
Yep, resetting right there is a great example of that.
Mueller with that long ball over here to Hospodarski, trying to work around. She cut off that angle. Have ourselves a corner. Kennedy's third for the night. Smith with the throw. And looking at corner kick. Looks like not a quick one this time. It's going across.
Yeah, this one's probably going towards the net.
Really paying attention to that backside and what's there. Yeah.
Did you see that, Jen?
It's difficult. I'm going to go back to angles as a referee. It's so difficult. It did look like she did make herself bigger in regards to the movement with the jump and touching those hands. But I'm glad this ball's resetting.
Yep, right, exactly.
West has cleared it out. Kennedy doing a great job of keeping that ball.
Should be a Kennedy throw-in coming up here. It is.
Again, that just every ball that they're after right now, Kennedy is on top of.
Ouch.
Yes.
Ouch.
Felt this was the receiving end of that foul.
Being at the 20. What's going on here?
Asking for those 10 yards. That is a rule. You are to be 10 yards. Some teams want to play a little fast. Kennedy.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
West was definitely not going to let them do that fast. Hospodarski with the shot here. Just tie. Couple substitutions here for West. We've got 14 coming in. This is Rahal, and then we've got Haroon coming back in, being a field player this round.
She's going to play all the positions by the time the night's done.
She probably feels a little more comfortable there.
Yeah. Nice
West.
work bringing in the offense here with a shorter goal kick this time.
Elias with the ball and movement there. Mueller trying to go after it. Kennedy just trying to get something moving here. Or excuse me, West. Who that? Kicking.
Nice save there. Here it comes. She's looking deep. You can see it. Tough angle from that position there for Kennedy. More patience, as you mentioned, Jen, there from Kennedy. That's
breakaway here. Again, good battles across here that both teams. Patience too. Held right there, trying to deliver that out. West just trying to find some connectivity there. Ball still in. Martinez there, working that around.
trying to reset, but Kennedy's getting them cornered down here.
Good movement there, Blunt. Offside here. Market was offside on that one for Kennedy. Good opportunity here for West to settle down.
Yeah, I feel like the last 5 minutes the temperature got hotter There's been some pretty rough battles going on out here. May need a good, good little reset here.
Hospodarski coming in here, Morgan. And then we've got Ali coming in as well.
The other Hospodarski's coming out.
And then we got Buckeister also getting a break. Good heads-up play there. Knock that off the other player. Wes is going to have that throw in. Good through ball there.
Here comes a shot. Oof, just to the right.
Smith doing everything she can to keep those plays moving and keeping that pressure there in that middle.
Yep, that was Avery. Avery Smith's shot on goal there.
Getting this reset in here. Eastwold with the ball.
Nice kick in to start that offense.
Hennick there just trying to find some options here. Held with the ball.
Nice drop back.
Martinez. Fuentes moving that. Held. Blunt here working that ball, trying to attack that offense. Blunt trying to just get something to move here. She's 3 against 1.
Yeah.
Allie going with, working her way through. Taken away there by Martinez. Blunt trying to work on the outside here. Denied there, head to the middle. Held working the ball from the back. Reset.
There we go. West going after this.
Goska with the ball, trying to use it from the left. Hodge over here. Hodge with the throw in here for West.
Oh man, just
Rollins.
trying to have something. Didn't have anybody there that time.
And they're attacking the
They
defense-wise. I mean, that was 4 girls on.
Yeah,
on
they're
one.
going all out
Yep.
right now. I mean, that's some of the more aggressive offense I think we've seen all year right there. That was all out.
Held coming up here into the space. I think that's one of those things too where I find West is more competitive and has more tricks to the trade when Held does come up and get involved with play.
I agree with that, definitely. From this angle, you got to be thinking shot on goal here.
Yeah, and
27 yards.
Yep. And continue to follow. Keep that movement going West here. And
that's the thing. As soon as that ball moves, the girls can crash this.
And again, that's where we should be.
That's a corner.
It is.
That's not a goal.
Just
I don't know.
Right over.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the spectators saw, but we saw it go over the top of the goal.
And that is what they're doing. It is a corner here for West. Again, great shot. Exactly what we'd see. We got a substitutions that will be coming here.
It's all about angles, Jen.
Yep, and here's
we saw
that
it different
shot.
than folks on the floor. Check it out. Beautiful deflection here. It goes up,
And
over
right
the top. It looked like it dropped in behind her, but it actually cleared that crossbar and rolled down the back.
Again, enough for her team to have a reset on the opportunity. Quick here, kick in. Not quite the cross I'm sure she was hoping for on that one.
No.
Martinez with the shot here. Good shot. Where's the follow? There we go. Again, I think we know that of anything that Haroon has played the keeper here for 2 goals prior, and she was a facet of, again, following that. And I do now remember watching her play and how impactful she was when we were there playing City. Good breakaway here. West working the avenues here. Lenz with the ball. Or excuse me, Hodge. Goska going down the right side here. Left side on you guys.
That's going to be a corner kick coming up here.
Again, momentum change.
There it is.
Seen it here.
Yep.
3rd corner kick here for West.
It's amazing what some shots on goal can do for your confidence in the team.
Yeah, take away those 2 goals that happened early there for Kennedy. And big kick here.
Great placement. Oh, just went over the top.
Nobody on the backside ready for the, I always call it's the garbage, all the stuff that comes through. It made it there, and those are opportunities that you just got to be aware of.
Yep, happens. About 6 feet shorter, we might be talking about a goal right there. If it would have been, you know, a header into the goal, they were in the perfect position, but just went a little over the top there.
Kennedy working slowly out of the back. Mueller with the throw here. West defense is pretty strong right now and getting their momentum.
That's right.
Mueller with that ball back. Ailes with that one there. Hospodarski getting after everything there. Ali with the there, having that possession. Mueller with that one coming in.
Good defense there by West High. Having a tough time getting much past the 20 right now.
Yep.
Kennedy is. This reminds me a lot of the West High defense we saw a few weeks back.
Yes. Smith there with the ball, keeping that at her feet, trying to find her teammates. Ali with the battle. Mueller there, forcing that out of bounds. Looks like she got a tip. It's going to be West ball. Trying to find Goska. Smith with that possession here. Working her way around.
Ouch. That was a hit. .28 yards out.
Looks like we're going to have Bodeker take this one.
That would be right. Yeah, Olivia Bodeker is going to be taking this free kick.
Panning out, seeing a little bit more on that 18-yard box. Got the movement there. Good touch there.
Something was called in the box down there, Jen.
Referees being really cautious on the keeper side of things, and I do think that is a tribute to what happened very early on in the game. Again, a little bit of contact. No possession of the ball with it, so it's a 50-50. It gets a little iffy on that.
Maybe came in there slightly late. We'd have to see the replay to be sure, but regardless, it's something like that is almost no different than a goal kick restart at the end of the day, really. Something like that happening.
Ball at Hospodarski's feet, continuing to play. Somehow she got out of that one.
Still fighting.
Again, having those patience there. Good run. Haroon trying to get that one at her feet.
Kennedy's throw in again here.
Bodeker with that one. Ali trying to possess the ball. Smith with the ball. Has that time and has that opportunity there. Great.
Good idea. Great idea. That's what you want to see.
Yep. Eastfold wrapping that ball up. Smith with the ball at her feet again. Again, one of those players that Kennedy puts a lot through on her. She's that playmaker for this team and delivers pretty accurately nonetheless.
Another Kennedy throw in coming here.
Ellie with the ball at her feet, getting it across.
4-on-1 down there again. This is Iowa City West playing really tight defense there.
Again, too much dribbling there. Hennick trying to get rid of that ball. Martinez just trying to clear that ball out. Goal kick here.
Be curious if West brings this goal kick out slowly like they've had the last few, or if she chooses to boot this one here. The way they're lined up, this may be a slow roll here. Yep.
Smith patiently with that ball at her feet, trying to deliver. She loves those through balls. With that header out.
Yeah, nice header.
Gonna allow Ghost got to go off to the races here. Back to the right foot, trying to cross through, still staying with it. Still staying with her ball.
Had to take a shot there though, I think, with that kind of positioning. Had to at least try. I know there were 3 defenders in front of you, but you had to give it a go.
Yep. Martinez took that counterattack and stayed with it. Good movement there. Way to stay with. They are going to call it the other direction. Kennedy's going to have that one back. Little stoppage here. Little conversation. We've got a couple subs that have been waiting here for a while. Just about 5 minutes, under 5 minutes ready to go here. Plenty of stoppages that we've had and keeping the momentum. Hodge with the ball, having the patience here for West. Moving here. Kennedy just trying to find a hole here. Hospodarski trying to flip it up.
I was just kind of watching all the action in the middle of the field, Jen. I think it's in everybody's best interest we get to halftime quickly. I really think that's in everybody's best interest right now before something happens out here.
Everybody's heating up.
Everybody is going hard.
Yeah.
We need this next 4 minutes to go by without incident if possible.
Mueller here with the ball at her feet. Freud trying to find her way. Just a lot of central play here right in the middle and just can't get it out of that third here. Again, Kennedy's gotta be careful.
Woohoo!
The amount of through balls that are coming in through Kennedy and just those movements of where our defense is on the west side, they've got to be aware. Just one little poke one direction just throws everything off. And so having this, as you see right here, just that little poke through, and you know, luckily there wasn't more momentum on that ball.
Well, and she also had a teammate right there too.
Yeah.
She probably could have gotten there in time, but we don't know these things.
Yeah.
So teammate got in there and cleared it out.
Mueller with that very long throw. Mueller again with this. Forcing some defense to move. Goska with trying to get that ball at her feet. Smith there. Ali. Buckheister.
Again, though,
Yes.
that West Side defense doing everything they can to limit this.
Yeah.
I think they probably want to get to halftime as bad as anybody, too, right now. Just
think
get without a goal coming in here.
Regrouping, trying to figure out what and recognize where are those runs coming from and how do we stop those runs and create. Is it something that you pull a person back within the defense? Do you still continue your flat line, three-man? And that's one thing. They're playing three-man versus a four-man, which that's what you see on Kennedy doing. So understanding the positioning and adjusting is key.
And really, you take that 3.5, 4 minutes where those quick 2 goals were scored, and it's a tie game.
Yes.
And that's the circumstance of this thing.
Yep.
It's one injury. It's a player substitution that made some difference. It was probably not so much the player, it was the mentality that changed for Kennedy versus the skill set of the player. Because they were all over West when that injury happened.
Ali there with the ball, flipping it back to Smith. Trying to find Hospodarski on the run right here. Again, this little flick. That's all she needs and all she wants. Again, gotta be aware from a West standpoint of knowing where these players are coming from. Who are those key players and staying with them at all times.
Yep. Nice kick in.
Hospodarski letting that one go out. Just under a minute here left to go, finishing the first half. Ali with the ball at her feet. Quick throw in here. They're wanting.
It's going to have to be quick, just for time's sake. But we'll see if they really want to do that or not.
West not just able to get that ball out of this defense side. Mozina there knocking that ball out.
Kennedy's going to go real quick here in the final 20 seconds. There could be a shot on goal coming here.
Say, Mueller can get that ball in on any throw-in, that's for sure. Goska trying to get something to happen. Smith here trying to deliver. Hospodarski. Smith trying to find the line. And that is half.
Here we go.
Sitting here with a 2-0 lead by Kennedy. Again, how quickly those tides change with that keeper change and how that is impactful with everything there. And I think that's one of those things where got to have those heads-up plays. Never know what's it gonna entail.
Yep, you just never know. Momentum changes just like that. We'll be right back with some more highlights from tonight's game. Tonight's featured sponsor is Home Appliance Center. You're watching high school soccer on KCRG 9.2. Alrighty, welcome back. We are still in halftime of this game tonight. We've got currently a 2-0 lead in favor of Cedar Rapids Kennedy. 7 more minutes to go before we get the second half started here. But first half had some excitement. That is for sure, and 2 really quickly scored goals as well.
Yeah, you're going to see the highlights here tonight. The first goal came off of the Hospodarski. This was from Riley, the sophomore, with it, and just that movement there and continuing to stay agile and on her feet with it. Great save. We had to have a keeper change about a little way through the game, and unfortunately, Eastfold had to come out, and here is that goal, that first one right here from Riley Hospodarski with it. And again, just heads up play, just flipping it right past the keeper. Again, That's one of those things. This, when we talked about Horan, that's not her normal position as the keeper, and she had to come in for Eastfold on that one.
Right, and not only not the normal position, here it comes again. Nice save that time. She's a freshman as well, we should say. So she's sitting here playing varsity soccer, and she was asked to have a huge challenge tonight for those 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And I would not put much fault on her tonight at all. It's just a circumstance of the game that we had to deal with tonight.
Yep. Second goal there by the other Hospodarski. That is Morgan Hospodarski, the sisters there. Again, just back-to-back, and one of those things, just simple little mistakes when those keeper comes out, it makes it a little more challenging there. Great stop here.
Yep, this is one where the crowd thought it was a goal. And we had an interesting view from our vantage point where it went off of her hands and out to the back of the net. So that was enough to call it a corner kick.
Yep. Hob is the keeper there for Kennedy. Did a great job. We got Eastfold back in on this one, and
we do
kind of a little bit of a game change with it, and really have kept it since then. If you look at it, a 0-0 run, and those 2 goals do matter when it comes down to it. So, a few little fun facts we learned during the break here is you're looking at Kennedy over here and looking at their very athletic program nonetheless, and the Hospodarski sisters actually not only play soccer, but they run track here in the spring season. So there's some busy girls and have some state qualifiers we'll be running here next week at Drake and being able to do that. So we got Morgan Hospodarski is actually the one that going to state in the 100-meter dash.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
And we've learned, too, that you'll actually be able to see that on 9.2 here next week as the state track meet unfolds. And we've got a couple the 4x1 relay. The Hospodarskis are involved with that one. The 4x2, the Hospodarskis are involved with. The 4x4, the Hospodarskis are involved with. And the sprint medley, the Hospodarskis are involved with. So, again, we got some track stars out here, and watching how they play, I can completely see why.
Yep, I saw the strategy there in the first half, and it was, get them the ball and then run it down and out-sprint the other team. And the two sports go hand in hand if you think about it. I mean, one has the ball, the other doesn't, but you still got to fly down the field, so they naturally go hand in hand. So that does not surprise me at all based on what I saw. I would not, let's just put it this way, I would not want to be AR1 down there having to deal with that. So that's a lot of running for sure.
Yeah, and they do. When we've watched West before, they definitely push up. They like that flat line, being able to force hopefully that offside, as we've seen, and being able to see that soccer IQ come here from the Kennedy team and being able to see that. And see actually one of the girls that I used to coach down here, that assistant coach, and was the head coach there at Kennedy. Annie Fuentes on that one, or Annie Feltis was her maiden name, and she's down there. And again, a lot of great soccer IQ with being able to time those runs accordingly to allow that through ball to come and do that. So excited to see what's to come here. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if we have another 0-0 run, but those 2 goals here make that difference for the team here tonight.
That's all you need. That is for certain. The second half, if we could see a yellow card or 2, that might help a little bit with some of the physicality, because I do think in the last 5 or 10 minutes it was getting a little interesting. So hopefully we can get through the second half without any sort of incident. We will have that second half for you coming up. We're 2:24 out. Tonight's featured sponsor is Home Appliance Center, and you're watching High School Soccer live on KCRG 9.2. Welcome back in, everyone, for the second half of soccer live here on KCRG 9.2. Kennedy right now holding a 2-0 lead over Iowa City West. As we discussed earlier, those 2 goals were very quick tonight. Otherwise, it's been kind of, as we accurately predicted, kind of a really tight game. We've had some good goalkeeper play. We had an injury early on in the game. Substitution came in. Goalkeeper's now back, and so it appears everybody's back in full force. But momentum has been key here in the first half. It's been kind of going back and forth, so we'll see what this one brings us here.
Definitely. When we saw those goals happen, that shift in momentum. But from here on out, we've really seen everybody kind of step up and definitely gone back and forth. Kennedy has possessed, I would say, a little bit more than what we've seen West at this time. As we switch halves and see what happens here, we'll have Kennedy heading to the West. And we will have, yes, heading to the
You're
east.
right.
Am
You're
I right?
It's just that
I'm
one of the
trying to
teams
figure it out.
is named West.
Yeah.
That's where you
Yes.
got short circuit.
There we go. There we go.
I got you.
And
Don't worry.
West is heading east.
Right.
How about that? There we go.
That's what you meant to say.
I know.
Yep.
Glad you're here for me. All right, we see Kennedy here continuing to do exactly what they have. Still trying to feed that ball through. Ali for Kennedy putting that pressure.
Everybody on that far side of the field right now.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of opportunity to break that ball out. Let's see if this, maybe a deep throw in here will get us more towards midfield.
Blunt there trying to move that with Lenz. Goska trying to find an opportunity there. Good stoppage there by West, by Mead. Eastfold looking for an options here as the keeper.
Something you'll notice here in the second half, our wind has totally died. There's no more wind advantage going east any longer here.
Bodeker here with the ball at her feet. Good movement here. Bodeker again trying to find an option. Looks like we might have a corner.
Yeah, I believe it was out on white.
Referee's taking his time to put his hand up.
Yes, indeed, it was out. I believe she came in and attacked the ball. Oh, we're in play.
Yep, corner number 4
Quick
here.
corner kick.
Good opportunity, way to swipe that ball out. Again.
Sticking that hand out, almost looked like a hockey goalkeeper right there.
Yes.
Smacking that puck out of the way. Great play.
I know Kennedy wanted that one, but what I've watched of our AR2 over there, he's done a great job of staying even with the line. It is all about the angles. We'll say it again and continue to say it as a referee. Can't call what you don't see.
That's right. You never start the phrase with "I thought I saw." It's "I saw."
Yes.
Ooh.
Good battle there. Feltus there, delivered on the outside. Smith there with the defense.
A lot of back and forth here.
Just trying to find that connectivity there. Again, that through ball that they want.
Going back Kennedy's way here. Quick throw in, long throw in.
Aylis with the ball, flipping in there. Hospodarski again, just having that quick little touch,
Oh,
crossed
man.
over.
Her foot hit the turf. She went for the kick and her right foot.
Ali with that ball, heading it over.
Oh, man, her toe hit the turf. Oh, she knows it too.
Buckheister with the header, just over the goal.
I can almost see her on her right foot, even limping a little bit.
Little
Yep.
turf toe.
Little turf toe. Ouch. Oh, man.
Yeah, I'd say that one. Little sore, little gingerly
Yeah, I can
movement.
see her right now. Yeah, she's...
Hodge there, moving that ball. Blunt trying to get an option there.
Here she comes, another chance.
And that's one of those things too, thinking of the first half and when we had Haran in there and goal and how she was coming out, it's that confidence where Eastfold does the exact same thing, still same type of play, just a little more confidence within regards to it.
Yep, exactly right.
Boudicca with the throw in here. Boudicca there challenging there. Hennick trying to have that one.
Ooh. Here we go.
Goska with the ball there.
Oh,
just the
boy.
Back corner. Couldn't make it happen.
Hit right off the post, and she absolutely laid out. Who was that? Just got laid out in the back there.
I believe it's Alice with this one.
All right, so check this out. Here we go. Here comes the shot.
Goska just hitting that
Bam.
far corner.
But then
just
watch
that
this.
post. She was going after it.
Just totally gets hit in the back there. That was 4.
Yes.
Yeah, that was Cora Ailes. She stood up saying, what the heck?
West getting some momentum. Trying to keep that ball in on that far side. I believe that was Lenz. Oh, Lenz on this side.
Yeah, West has taken. Oh,
Good involvement here. Hennick was there following through. Just never know when those second opportunities are going to happen.
Yep. It only takes one odd deflection and one lapse in concentration to let a goal through.
Yep. Held there with that through ball, just trying to make something happen. A little frustrated with herself, I believe. Just trying to find something. Here's Lenz on this side. Smith with the ball, having that patience, putting that through ball through. Again.
Ooh.
So close, and when you got Eastfold coming out of the keeper position like that, just right on that 18, again, it's flirting with danger, but she does a great job at what she does.
That had to be a split-second thought process for her to make sure she knew she was going to get that.
And I believe it was Hospodarski that was involved with that injury the first time, so just knowing that it's there.
Ooh, ouch. Ouch. She landed right on the ball. That hurts.
Buckheister with that one for Kennedy. Catching a breather here. Mueller with the kick. Ali's toe had that touch right there. Gonna keep putting that pressure in there, and she does that, just that. Hodge here with the ball on the outside.
A lot of speed
Luntz
over there for sure.
working her way. Hennick trying to find that through ball. I see West flip this on the other side here. Mead making that contact. Smith with the ball at her feet.
Nice ball control here by Kennedy.
Buckheister with the shot. Nobody there to support. Hennick there trying to put that challenge in. Ali putting that ball back.
Gonna be a West High throw in coming here. Got some substitutions on the end that are getting ready to come in.
We got Hospodarski coming in for Kennedy, and Frood coming in as well.
Ray Hall's coming in for West with Goska coming out.
Goska getting a much needed break. She's been pretty busy. Those runs have been long and of the plenty. Bodeker with that delivery there to Hospodarski in the back of the net. She found great placement there. Riley Hospodarski with her second goal of the night. Again,
Nice left-handed shot there.
yeah. Bodeker with that great placement here, just keeping that possession, holding that at her feet long enough in order to place that in to Hospodarski's feet. Right here, just placing it split the defense perfectly and find that corner pocket. All right, we're 3-0. A lot to make up here for West.
It is. And we'll see how their aggression ramps up here in these final 30 minutes. Got a West High throw in coming here.
West has just got to find some connectivity and playing some dangerous balls, knowing exactly what she wants. Hospodarski again on her own and finding the back of net yet again.
Another one. You know, it might just come back, Jen, to just the way the game started. You know, they may just not have fully recovered from that injury and all the adjustments early. And it's kind of like when you're a quarterback and your first series you throw a pick, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes it sticks with you the whole game.
Here's this play right here again, just another feed through. That's exactly what Kennedy wants to do. And when I look at where that first ball came from, that was dangerous. It's coming across. We know that the Hospodarski are track stars, that running onto those types of plays, that's exactly what they want to do. West has got to play more fundamentally and getting after, going back to basics, working that ball, being precise of where we're going to put those placements at. West working the ball there. West has got to kind of be that, you know, coming and meeting the ball, where I feel like Kennedy has, again, had that upper hand and being that first one to the ball.
Yeah, it's just like a half-second difference, but it makes the difference because what we're seeing here is a lot of these 50-50s go Kennedy's way.
Yep. Fuentes working the ball out the outside.
Throw in coming here from Iowa City West.
Mead with a throw in. Again, like I said, we're just, Kennedy is in front of every one of those balls. Hospodarski going on the left side here, working with their sister, do a little give and go.
Oh,
beautiful placement
man.
there.
That's almost not even fair.
Great ball back inside.
Heard somebody down there think she was off. She was definitely on by a couple yards.
Yeah. Backside defense there was holding them on for West.
West just trying to get something going here. Drop it back, reset it. Sitting there thinking, somebody please get open.
Yep. And West has got to be careful because, again, the pressure that comes in from your front line is pretty substantial, and one mistake and it's off to the races.
Both of these forwards are so fast. That's the thing. She's going to run this thing down again right here.
Yep. This is Morgan with the cross there. Like we said, Hospodarski's making it to state and track for quite a few things, and running is just very natural for them. Smith there trying to connect with Hospodarski. We're going to say West ball. Oh.
Confusion on the throw in there, but it's back in play now.
Hodge there trying to track that down, clear that out.
Good job running it down.
Allowing your defense to reset is a big thing. Ooh. Great shot there.
Good deflection.
Again.
Nobody followed, though.
Yes.
Oh, on the ground. Can't play it when we're on the ground.
Nope. West is taking advantage of that opportunity here, working their way up. Fuentes trying to find an option. Bodeker in the middle of it all. held, trying to find it something for her teammates. Fuentes taking it down the middle.
23 is off down there. That was Hynek, who was just a little ahead of the last defender, but she didn't make a play on it, so all good.
Substitutions here, both teams. West is having to really work for any of those balls that they're getting in. Just a lot of effort coming out.
It's just, yeah, it's been one of those nights where it's been having a hard time getting across the halfway line, I feel. There's been some opportunity, but not a lot.
Yeah. And again, just like the body on the ball that we're watching Kennedy handle. Smith with the shot here.
Nice save.
Eastfold with that in her hands. West just isn't getting much time. As soon as the ball's at their feet, the attack and the pressure that's coming from Kennedy is...
No signal yet. Are we... Kennedy throw in.
Yep.
See if West can get a little momentum here, something. Get across this halfway line and find somebody open there.
Martinez just trying to
find
something.
There it is again. Kennedy's just on it.
Yep. Smith working through the defense, setting up her teammates. Hospodarski with it at her feet. Bodeker there with the ball at her feet. Working around with Hospodarski.
There we go. Across the halfway line now.
Fred there with it. And dangerous going back when you've got Hospodarski sitting right there.
Yeah, there she comes. Getting ready for the pass.
Again, she'll shoot with her left foot right here. Deflection.
It's probably going to stay in bounds.
Again, Hospodarski here. Working her way through on the end line. Backside.
Oh, boy, what a shot.
Good shot there.
That was a tremendous shot.
Again, Euler with the shot on the outside. She's a defender and coming all the way up and had a solid hit on goal.
Not going to run that.
A little too much.
Subs coming in for both teams. Lenz is coming in for Iowa City West. Mosina's coming out.
Lots of good movement here. Trying to find some fresh legs. Hospodarski with the ball at her feet. Again, staying with it. Hospodarski with the ball at her feet. A little off that target there.
Shot to the left. It's all right.
West at this time trying to find some fresh legs, see what kind of combinations they can come up with.
Another takeaway there by Kennedy. They're setting up for another shot on goal right here. Here it comes. Nice stop.
Maxfield in a great position. Lots of saves for her tonight. Smith first to the ball on that one. Probably wants that first touchback.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. What happened here?
I believe we got some blood.
Oh.
Drop ball here. Bodeker shot here.
Nice catch. Another nice save.
West moving pretty quickly down the sideline. Goska there, Goska with the ball. Lenz here
West
with the
side throw in here.
Held trying to find something there.
There we go. West has a run here.
Good pressure there. Smith with the ball against Held. Held trying to find that through the middle. Lenz with that one.
She's down. 19 for Kennedy's down. We'll probably see a stoppage here.
Looks like we're doing the cramp in here.
Yeah, this is about the time of night you see it. But that could be a result from going down there, too. Nope, you're right. Got some stretching going on.
Yep.
You're right. Never mind. That's Avery Smith for Kennedy, who's down.
So we're about 19 minutes left in the game. Again, one of those hot nights that we haven't had. Hotter days, I should say. It's not.
Yeah, warm day for sure.
And that hydration and everything else of trying to keep hydrated and keep all the electrolytes in. Makes it difficult. And gosh dang, those hurt.
Well, a lot of people don't realize, aside from long distance running, there is no real other sport where you run as much as these athletes do. And yeah, you know, 70, 60 minutes in, you're going to have that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're essentially spending the whole game going from a jog to a sprint to a jog to a sprint. Most high-intensity interval training for most adults is like 3 minutes, Jen.
Yeah.
But these girls do it for 60, 70 minutes. So that's bound to happen.
Yep.
We may see a little bit more of this before the game's done.
And knowing that we are so close to the postseason, we are at the time frame of, you know,
is it worth it?
Yep, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Do you go into those situations? Do you pull some players, see some substitutions? Maybe those things start to happen here too. And just knowing that with schedules like they've got to be cognizant of it. You want to save some legs.
Well, and then what if one of your star forwards goes down in the playoffs? Can you rotate somebody up and give them a chance? You know, that could be another way to think about this too.
Yep.
You know, West High found out the hard way with the goalkeeper going out.
Yeah.
And that experience tonight, while it may have hurt in that moment, could really help them down the line.
Yep. Breakaway here. Fuentes was doing everything she can to get that ball down there. Goska there with the ball, number 12 for West. Great move there. Trying to find those opportunities. Great split in the defense. Goska there, just hanging on to it too long. Held right there with the ball. Mueller,
oh boy,
getting that ball in there. Hospodarski, dangerous play there. Kennedy try and take advantage while Eastfold is out. She quickly retreats back to the goal.
And you know, I think what you saw right there was a senior move by Hospodarski. I think she knew that the goalkeeper had her beat by a foot. Don't take the risk. Don't take the risk of hurting myself. Don't take the risk of hurting her. It's not worth it, because I didn't see her attack that ball.
Yep. Smith trying to deliver there to Hospodarski off to the right.
I think she knew, you got me. You got me. I'm not going to try and jeopardize nothing.
Yep. Substitutions here. Solid move there. You got two of your starters and your seniors coming off. Kennedy's next game here is next week and plays Xavier. So Xavier's sitting at a number 11 ranked team in the state for 2A. Going to be a good battle, and one of those that Kennedy easily has an opportunity to compete. Another tough game. Number 10 in the state, actually, is what they are. And then they've got Mason City after that, which will then turn around and be your post-game portion of it. Iowa City West. Next week we'll have Iowa City, so Liberty. Watching those guys, they are ranked 9th. Again, Iowa City West coming in with something like that. No slouch of games here by any means for these guys.
No, they're all hard.
Yeah. And then Fort Madison after that is the lineup that they will see. And that is postseason right there. So one more game for each, and then they hit the postseason. All those rankings actually came out yesterday, I believe, is when the 14th was when all the regional bracketing and who they would play.
Another throw in here coming by Kennedy. Seems like they've slowed the pace slightly here.
Yeah, just trying to
get it back
get it out and clear, reset.
Good battles over there.
Yeah,
West trying to get it back, but then lose it right there.
Yeah, and I think that's one of those things. West has got to build up some of this confidence. When you've sat here a couple of games here now with those, momentums of, granted their last game to Butte Senior was a win. It was a 10-0 win. But some of those losses that they've had in there, they've got to build up some momentum and kind of build up that confidence that goes in there too.
Yeah.
And they knew they were going to be, challenging games for them to compete against. And Kennedy is just on a roll and continuing to do some damage.
Definitely.
And seeing Kennedy continue to work around and putting some, maybe not your starter players in there. And a Kier with the ball down the sideline for Kennedy. Or for West, excuse me. Fuentes with the ball, trying to find the middle. Lenz, or Hodge, excuse me.
Here comes a possible big shot or a setup here.
Ooh, just over.
Still free down there.
Yes. Great, great help by the defense there for Kennedy.
Yeah.
Substitution here, Martinez. Coming in for Held. Fuentes with that throw. Corner kick.
Corner kick coming up.
I believe they're 4th for the night. Fuentes with the kick here for West. Great ball.
Nice kick in.
Kennedy helped him out, keep it in the middle. Lenz here. Martinez. Blunt trying to make some movement. Haroon trying to get involved. She's been pretty quiet tonight.
Yep, definitely.
Great race here. Eastville just clearing that ball out for her teammates to reset and regroup.
Throw in for Kennedy here on the way. Taking their time. Here we go. We're still getting some good battles down there.
There is.
Now that Kennedy has changed
Yes.
the forwards a little bit, we're not seeing quite as much of a scoring run going on
Yep.
down there.
Fuentes there. Gonna get that foul.
Yep, pushed her down.
Mead with this kick. Substitutions here. Rala coming in for Haran.
Close this game out here in the final 10 minutes. I was wondering how many collisions we might have in there. Everybody was kind of coming in at once.
Yes. Hodge, Fuentes there. Hodge in there again.
Kennedy throw in coming here.
Bodeker with the throw. Slight miss on that one. Good give and go there. Kennedy not letting anything back through there.
No, it's been still hard for West to get past that halfway line. Nice move down there.
Buckheister just keeping the battle still. I believe they're saying West throw.
Yep, looks that way.
Okay.
It was tough to tell because it was way down there near the end.
And it there. Oh, good movement there. Great job by Martinez keeping that ball out.
Saved a possible goal scoring opportunity right there.
Lots of fresh faces and bodies in here right now for both teams.
West on the attack here. Nice defense by Kennedy. West throw in coming here after some subs. Got half the line for Kennedy coming in here.
Yes, lots of new faces. Again, save those legs. Just under 8 minutes left to go. Kennedy here with about a 5-day break before their next game, and West with about the same here as well. About a 5-day break. Much needed after a hard-fought game here tonight.
Ooh.
Goska trying to have something happen there for her tonight. Muller over there on that far side. Goska there trying to find delivery there.
There it is.
For Henick. Still staying with it, still staying with it. Oh. Nothing quite there. I believe he's calling a corner kick. We're going goal kick. Good battle there.
Goal kick is right. Here we go.
Good battle there for Hennick and Goska, just trying to connect those two players, seniors there.
West has definitely turned it on. They do not want to get shut out here tonight. They are going at it hard.
Again, knowing that you've got some players in there that
You've also got fresh legs, too.
Yeah, yep.
You know? That makes a difference in the 84th minute of a game, 74th.
You know, like we said, West has won the last two years in this matchup, and so as it looks right now, you know, Kennedy coming in here and taking another win off of it and regaining some of that momentum for
Absolutely.
the Kennedy program.
That'll be a West throw in real quick here. Up substitutions.
Asper throwing the ball in here for West. Blunt coming out here for West. Mozina passing it to Asper, working the ball around here. Dangerous right there.
Oh, yeah.
Right
Oh, my gosh. Dangerous is right. Over the middle, within your own 30 yards. Sometimes that scenario right in front of you can happen.
And what we've seen all night, too. I mean, this is a whole new starting front line, what we've had in the forward position. And they're doing exactly the same thing as what we saw from the Hospodarski girls is, again, pushing that and jumping those passing lanes, not allowing those balls to go through and cause disruption.
There you go. Yep.
West not backing down here. Lots of commentary from the stands here tonight.
Yep.
But when we go through this and everything else of, you know, when you're watching these games, it's, again, being involved in seeing all the space of, I mean, it's a big field. Being able to know that you've got a lot of things to watch and a lot of players to watch. There's 22 kids out here, and being able to see it all is definitely not something that's going to happen every single time. Doing our best job. Kennedy's still attacking. Great through balls. Trying to connect. Good run here.
She's going to be offside. Hyneck's going to be offside. Oh, no!
Again, one of those situations, too, of being able to understand that when the play happens, that's why it's really key here. This offside play right now is delivering that ball. She was offside, and as soon as she listened to that and blew the whistle again, it was one of those that, yes, there's contact and everything else, and that's something as a referee we definitely got to make sure that we get everything under control.
Yep. Yeah.
Again, we're about 3 minutes left to go. I would say the emotions are high from both sides of things, and this is one of those games where, again, continue to keep the emotions under control and know from there everyone's playing hard and going after it.
They'll get that ball in the morning. That went off the fence.
Free kick here for West.
26-yard line there, 27-yard line. With the amount of time left, may as well just go for it here. She's in a spot where the right or left foot would work.
Continuing to see that 18-yard box and watch the momentum and the movement. Martinez here with the ball. Working it back. Shot on goal, good follow.
Nice save there.
Bodeker there with the ball. Again, lots of new faces here for Kennedy in.
Another throw in for Kennedy coming here.
Kennedy working it from the back here. Got to be careful within the movement here. Martinez with the ball. Lenz keeping the ball at her feet. Playing back. Delivery here in that brush. We got Goska trying to find an opportunity there. Dangerous
Kennedy,
there.
Yeah, I was just going to say the exact same thing. Kennedy's going to set this up here.
That's what they want to do. They want to have that run on and being able to do that. So, again, allowing some of those runs like that, West has got to be putting the pressure on. Good challenge here. Ball cleared.
Be a West side throw in real quick. They're going to go quick with 18 seconds to go.
Blunt there trying to find an opportunity. Healed then. Delivering just nothing there with her.
That can be the end of the game right there.
And
Kicks it out, and that is it.
Yes, 4-0 Kennedy with that one. Again, a lot of emotions with this game. A lot of great players. Again, one of those things that it was 2 in the first half and 2 in the second half.
It was. And we had a couple yellows there in the second half, and those were definitely warranted. But I think it's one of those cases where, yeah, the temperature got really hot there for a little bit. And, you know, maybe a little bit with the players, but more so right along the sidelines here. So
yeah,
that's where some of the game noise that's normally fun for everybody to hear, we really couldn't do that for you there in the final 5 minutes.
That's right. That's right. We are going to take a look at the highlights from the second half, and there has been plenty of them. Lots of momentum here. Again, the Hospodarski girls doing what they knew best and delivering there. Ali coming in with that one. Flicking that right over the top of the head there. Goska coming in here for West. Just outside. And couldn't quite deliver on that one yet either.
Yep, solid attempt on goal right there. Here comes the next scoring opportunity, though.
Yep.
Another Hospodarski goal right there.
Bodeker finding that and threading the needle right through there, allowing her to run onto that. Just what they like. That was Riley there.
Is it 2-2 tonight for them, or is it 3-1?
It is 3-1. 3-1.
So a hat trick here.
Yes.
There we go.
There was the third there from Morgan, or from Riley on that one. So, Jen, again, it was one of those things. We knew what they do well, and their teammates know how to make that happen too. So Smith was very well involved in that in those. Bodeker was as well. Lots of shots. Eastfold tonight.
She did a great job.
Yes.
She got shot at a lot, and she got hurt. I mean, it's a tough position to do right to begin with, but it's especially tough when you get hurt in the first 30 seconds of the game.
Yeah.
Again, to come back.
Lots of heads-up plays that she provided,
yeah.
let alone tonight. Hennick there with a great battle. Probably should have seen something other than that. But again,
yep.
We're not the ones on the fields.
Right. We can actually, we're like a helicopter view up here. We can see everything.
Sure is, sure is. Eastfold with another one of her multiple saves here tonight. And again, a great game to cap off our 9.2 season with the soccer season.
Yeah. Very nice. 4-0 win there for Kennedy. And a beautiful night to boot, at least for now. Storms are coming, though. Be careful.
There you go. You will see 9.2 at the state track meet here coming up next week. And then later on, they will be having graduation, which seems about impossible, but here we are. There we go. Next Saturday, you will have Kennedy graduation ceremony here on 9.2 coverage, and it starts Saturday night at 7 p.m. for the full schedule, and local ceremonies go to KCRG 9.2. And that wraps up our season here with soccer. And Kai, it's been enjoyed it, and looking forward to what's yet to come.
You got it. Sounds great. We'll see you next season.